evening. Happy Monday. Yeah, I've gone back to my happies. I want to talk tonight a little bit about something by a Rachel Hollis podcast, actually, with Ed Mylett. And I had heard of Ed Mylett, but I didn't really know much about him or what he did. So, of course, then I had to Google. But one of the things he talked about this idea that when he died, he's Christian, and so is Rachel. When he died, he'd go to heaven and he'd get introduced by God to his supposedly identical twin. And if he'd done everything he was meant to do in his life, they would be completely identical. If he'd kind of missed the boat and not done what you're put on this earth to do, they wouldn't have been completely identical, and it would have been Ed and Ted kind of thing. And for people of faith, I guess I actually at some points have actually almost envied the fact that they have this knowing that everything is for a reason and everything has its point, and that they are, whatever way they go in life, there's kind of a fluidity to it, and it's just this safe comfort, whatever word you want to use for it, I guess, that they know when they do have that kind of faith. But I do believe, and I'm not a Christian, I'm not religious of any stretch, but I do believe that something greater must have started the ball rolling. Like, I believe in evolution, but what started the evolution? What started that first little bit, bada bing, bada bang? So I do take comfort in there being something higher, there being something greater than us out there. But I've never thought, is my destiny created by that higher power, whatever that may be, and it's my job to implement that? I've never thought that. I've never even really thought about that. I've really just thought about it, probably 50-50 right brain, left brain, the things I want to do, the things I want to be, do, have, what my talents were, what my desires were, and that it was up to me to kind of make those things happen. But maybe it's not. Like, yes, maybe it's up to me to tick boxes and do the doing of things, but maybe there is kind of a preordained path of my life. I'm getting a bit woo-woo here. As I've said before, I call myself analytical with a woo-woo rising. That's my official terminology for what I am. But it really has got me thinking, like, at the end of, we do these, and as a coach, I've had clients do it. I've done it myself with other coaches. We've probably done truckloads of exercises over the years, doing those, what would you want someone to say about you at your funeral? If you were to look back on your life at 90, what have you done? I've done those kind of exercises, but I've never thought about it in terms of, when I get to the end of my life, will I have been everything I could have been? Will I have absolutely maximized my talents, my skills, my passions, my desires, my dreams, the little nuances of who I am? Will I have maximized all of those? Will I have maximized every single opportunity? And right now, if I was to do that exercise, and I did start journaling about it this morning, the answer is a hell no. I have not. I can hand on my heart say, I, Samantha Leith, have not maximized or used to my greatest potential any of those things. I have for tiny periods of my life, but I definitely haven't done it for my life. So I've started writing, what is it that I see being so this is what I'd like you guys to do. Sit down with a piece of paper, a journal, a big, one of those massive big stickies, whatever rocks your boat. Do it on a computer if you prefer, but I do like writing, get old fashioned, get out some colours, and look at the things that you believe are parts of you. So your talents, your dreams, talent and skill I keep in separate baskets, okay? So your talents, your skills, your dreams, parts of your personality, like, just brain dump lots and lots of stuff and ask yourself honestly, if you were to pass tomorrow, which God, I hope none of you do, have you lived up? Have you 100% worked on and maximized all those gifts and those parts of you that you have? And I encourage you to do this exercise. So brain dump it all. Then put it away for 24 hours. Put it away for a week if you want, okay? But brain dump it all and then come back to that list, and with each separate line. So for me, for example, I'll go with I'll go singing. There you go. Because it's a really good example of me having stopped, not maximized it. So I write down that, and I write down maybe what could I do to explore that a little bit more? How could I, and I'm not talking about turning it into a business, could I join a choir? Could I put more singing into what I do live? Could I bring more singing into my coaching events? Could I just do singing teaching? Could I just sing more, Maybe that's not it. It's a good example for this exercise. What can I do to maximize that gift that I was given? If it's a skill that you have, say you have a skill for learning languages, could you learn another language? Could you teach a language? So I encourage you to just look at all the different things that you've written down in the brain dump and pick maybe one or two things that you could actually do more to push those areas of your life, so that if at the end of the day, when you do meet your maker, whatever you believe your maker, wherever you believe we go at the end of this life, that someone could turn to you or you could turn to them and you can go, you know what? I absolutely maximized what was given to me to do with my life. I, hand on my heart, have done that. I have done the work. I've put in all the effort, and I am the best possible version. Throughout my life, I became the best possible version of me before my passing. That is now it really hit me. It made me go, when I was listening to it. I got home and I ferociously wrote in my journal about it, because it really, really hit me. I want to, at the end of my life, and I want for all my clients and for all my friends and my family, my wish is for all of you to know at the end of your life, you were the best possible version of you because you maximized your gifts and your talents and your skills to the nth degree. So, and opportunities. God, maximize opportunities as well. So I'll do a bit more of a layout of the exercise when this actually goes up on the blog, because it's really powerful. I think it's a really, really good one. So have a great night, and do a brain dump. Not about what you want people to say about you at your funeral, but that when you get to the end of your life, you have absolutely maximized what you were given. Okay? So where are you not maximizing it, and what can you do now? Not next year, not when it's convenient. What's one thing you can do tomorrow to maximize something inherent in you right away? That's what I want you to do. Okay, night.